All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very warm welcome here to the 2020 Africa Cup, proudly brought to you by Cell C here at the Inanda Club. Today we'll be having two events. We've got the curtain raiser, which the players on the field are warming up for right now. You'll notice that the Inanda blue team are on the field, and their counterparts, the Inanda white team, will be coming out shortly. This will be a 4-chucker match, and as our guests make their way into the club, reminding everybody that we are fully COVID compliant here in terms of the current legislation. We invite the members to enjoy the afternoon's activities with us here on this magnificent summer day. Right, so the two teams will be lining up down at the bottom of the field on the right-hand side. You'll notice the big scoreboard. For those of you that have never been at polo, a very, very warm welcome to you. And we'd like to take this opportunity just to introduce you to a bit of polo. You'll notice that there are 4 players in each team, starting with a number 1, filtering down through to a number 2, 3, and 4. The 4 traditionally plays in the back, so a bit like a fullback in rugby. The 2 and 3 are the flanks, an 8th man, and the number 1 is the wing, the Brian Abana, the goal scorer. That's, in very layman's terms, how the team lies up. So the two teams will be lining up down at the left-hand side of the main clubhouse, and they'll be walking on. I'll then be doing an introduction to the teams, and we'll be enjoying a little bit of Inanda polo here on this magnificent Saturday afternoon. Right, so as we move forward towards the game, the players and ponies on the left-hand side down the ground are getting ready. The 2 umpires for today's match, the match officials, Zompi Tsotsetsi and Donoro Litona, they will be officiating the game here today. Both of the umpires in the traditional umpires' outfits. Right, so a little bit of history of polo here in Inanda. Polo has been played here for many, many years. Back in the 1950s, polo started, and on this very same polo field, we've had a number of very high-ranking, prestigious players representing South Africa, and not only the Inanda Club, but also national sides. The current Inanda Club is a very strong club, a number of really good players, and some juniors coming through, and those will all be showcased here in the curtain raiser and the main event here today. The Africa Cup, traditionally played over the August month, and where we have a number of visiting sides coming to South Africa from Zambia, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Uganda, as well as teams from as far afield as Ghana. So you'll notice that the players and ponies all holding their sticks, their mallets they're called, in the right hand. This is one of those quirky little rules about polo. First and foremost, the rules are geared around the safety of player and pony. So you'll notice that the ponies have putties on their legs. They're mainly for support, and all these players here take the utmost care in making sure that the ponies and players are given the most highly regarded welfare available. Right, so lining up in the Inanda red side, Dean Davis, James Dewey, Charlie Jur, and Rory Twort. They'll make up the Inanda blue side. Inanda white side is Kennedy Davis, West Davis, Zach Levy, and Wayne Hartley. And these two club sides will be doing a 4-chucker battle for the honours of the curtain raiser here at the All Africa Cup. Right, so as the players and ponies line up in front of you, I'll be doing an introduction. We'll have the number 1s from both sides peeling off first. So if we can have Dean Davis and Kennedy Davis peel off and just give us a little canter and a flyby. Let's have a round of applause for the 2 number 1s. The 2 number 2s, James Dewey and West Davis. They can have a fly around for us there. The number 3s, Charlie Jur and Zach Levy. And the 2 players at the back, Rory Twort and Wayne Hartley. They make up the 2 Inanda sides that will be doing battle in this year's Cell C Africa Cup curtain raiser. The 2 umpires there, Zompi and Donono. Here we have the 2 umpires who will be officiating. Third man will be myself. And the players and ponies will be ready now for the first chucker. The chucker will be a 7.5-minute chucker, whereafter the bell will ring and the players and ponies will retreat to the pony lines. You'll notice a lot of horses out here. Each player will have no less than 5 or 6 of their string of horses available for the match. Every horse will play 1 chucker, and a chucker is a period of play running 7.5 minutes. Right, so umpire Denono to put the ball into play. Players line up very much like in rugby. Timekeeper says the time is on. Waiting for a player quickly who's just changed mallets. You'll notice that the mallets are traditionally made out of cane. And like the cricket bat, technology has not yet found the replacement for the polo stick. Right, so Shaka number 1's underway. Rory Todd out the back there for Inanda Blue. Picking up the ball, the number 4 in his back. You'll notice the players and ponies pairing off here. For the number 3 in the blue side is Charlie Jur. Charlie Jur bringing the ball around here nicely on the bay pony. He's been hard pressed there by Wes Davies. Great play there by West, picking up the play there now. The red helmet on. In the number 1 position is going to be Dean Davis. Dean up back towards Charlie Jur. James Davian behind him now. Charlie Jur looking up. He's been hard pressed there nicely by Zach Levy. Near side play there beautifully by Charlie Jur. Jur looking up in the near side. Ball sits on the 30-yard mark. Wayne Hartley and Rory Todd in the back there. Now turning on the play is going to be Rory Todd. He brings the ball forward. Wayne Hartley comes forward, makes a big ride-off. The players and ponies may only meet shoulder to shoulder as one of the rules of engagement. And coming away with the ball there now is going to be Wayne Hartley looking up for the Inanda White side. Sees that he's got a breakaway down the front there by James Dewey. Lovely shot down the front there, picked up now beautifully by Zach. Zach Levy now with the blue helmet, he's over the top, picked up on the near side now by Ken Davies. He can't get stick to ball. It's going to be now picked up by Dean. Pushing forward is going to be Tort. Tort now taking the ball forward. Time ticking down here in the opening stage as a chucker number 1 as the players and ponies migrate out to the far side boards. On the play there now, it's going to be picked up now by Charlie Jur for Inanda Blue. Charlie strikes the ball forward up towards James Dewey. James now turns the ball. Rory Tort, he's going forward. He's now been hard pressed there by Levy. Big shot as the Whites find themselves back in defense here now. And it's going to be up to Hartley. Hartley now to look for the near side. That's the left-hand side of the pony. Takes the ball out, plays out looking for his number 3, who's Zach Levy. Zach Levy now on the far side boards, gets a breakaway, but it's been intercepted there by Twort. Beg your pardon, that's not Twort, that's going to be Charlie Jur. Charlie Jur decides to take the ball around, ball popping a bit here in the middle of the field. Pushing forward is the Inanda Whites. Inanda Whites still working hard, looking in defense. Through comes Jur. Jur now on a breakaway down the side of the field here. Backhand played again by Hartley. He's been playing backhands all chucker so far. And now it's a breakaway here by the Inanda team in white. And it's Wes Davies now down the ground. He decides to get a bit of speed up there over the halfway mark. Opens up his shoulders. Doesn't quite get the angle he's looking for. Picked up now by Twort. Twort settles things down. Looks for some players. Opens up a beautiful backhand. And who's first turned there? Turning on that's going to be Dean Davies in the red helmet. He takes the ball out. Right, on the near side now into the boards. That's why we have the boards there. Picked up beautifully here by Zach Levy. And through comes Kennedy. She's having a hard ride off there. Down the ground they go. Picked up beautifully. Play seems to be continuing as the players and ponies push forward. Down the ground there now is going to be James Dewey. He's over the top. Whistle sounds. The umpires have picked up an infringement in play. Right, so all happening here. 3 minutes gone in this, the opening chukker of the 2020 Cell C Africa Cup curtain raiser. 2 sides on showcase here today are the Inanda sides of Inanda Blue and Inanda White. Umpire Denono spotting an infringement in play there. And the players and ponies just waiting to see what the umpire's rules are. So 2 mounted umpires are on the field. And they are charged with making sure that the rules of the game are adhered to. Again, just to reinforce that all rules of the games are generated around safety of horse and player. You notice the players are playing with helmets on and knee pads, boots. And it'll be now up to umpire Denono to put the ball into the center here. And it looks as if Charlie Jur just went to go and change sticks. Right, so the players and ponies are back on the field. And a chance now for the umpires to bowl the ball in. So the whistle had sounded, but the umpires disagreed on the penalty. Therefore the umpires bowl the ball down the centre. And again here I think the umpires now have spotted an infringement. And it'll be opportunity for the Inanda Whites, running from our left to right, with a chance to have a penalty. The penalty is placed down in the center of the goal mouth, and depending on the severity of the penalty, that'll dictate the distance. I think the umpires look to be placing this down on the 40-yard mark, which would indicate a penalty 3. This is an undefended shot at goal. Beg your pardon, looks like it's moved through a penalty number 2.
Guys, you must stand still, please.
Right, so the umpires, the players have moved it back to a penalty number 3. 40-yard undefended shot at goal. And a chance here for Inanda White to open up their account halfway through chucker number 1. Right, so Zach Levy with a shot down the ground, takes it forward through the centre, Mr. Fenter, in the air. Whites open up their account here today in the 3.5 minute. And the players and ponies will canter back to the centre. So Inanda White now, through the goal scorer, Zach Levy, are in the lead here by 1-0 in the opening stages of chucker number 1. Umpires come back to centre now, just to really confuse those of you that have never been a polo before. Once a goal is scored, the teams change ends. So for those of you that will notice, the Whites were running from the clubhouse side up towards Johannesburg. They're now heading down towards the magnificent Sassel building down on the left-hand side of us. The players, every time a goal is scored, the teams do change ends. The reason for this is that the playing surface of a polo field is around about 15 acres big. And in the early days, to find a flat piece of ground is quite difficult, so it was often played on the side of a hill. And it just seemed a little bit unfair that one team would run downhill all day. Right, so the Inanda team black now making a breakaway through Charlie Jur. Jur coming forward, takes his ball forward now. He's been hard pressed there by West Davies. West and Jur clash together on the boards here. Jur turning the ball nicely. Pony slips, still got control there now as Jersey takes his ball forward. Inanda black now shot up the ground there, looking up for Dean Davis. Pushing forward there, great right off there by West Davies now, backhand played, Zach's over the top, coming forward now is going to be Wayne Hartley. Hartley strikes a good clean shot down the ground there now, looking up for, who's it going to be? It's going to be Dean Davis. Dean, he's been hard pressed there by Hartley, backhand played, turning on the ball there now, beg your pardon, Hartley comes away with it now for Inanda Whites. Kennedy Davis now looking up for a run down the centre, but it's the two big players at the back there, going to be Tort and Hartley. Hartley off the boards, over the halfway mark now, looking for a runner. Can he get a person running towards the goals he can pass the ball to? Breakaway down there by West. Zach Levy picking up the back there now, shot down the ground, picked up beautifully by Jur. Turning on the play, it's going to be picked up by Hartley again. Hartley takes it forward, up towards Zach. Levy now, the blue helmet on. Levy now down towards the goals. Levy with a big shot towards the goals, but it's wide to the left-hand side. Right, so coming forward on the play there now. It's going to be picked up beautifully by Tort. Tort gives a good clean shot of that ball down the ground. Who's got possession now? Possession. Picked up there by Zach. First turning, right there now. It's going to be picked up now by Weston. Taking the ball forward beautifully now is Kennedy. Kennedy on a lovely little bay pony there. Right, Weston now, he's over the top, picked up now again by the Whites. Still got control of the ball there. Rory Tort calls him off. Beg your pardon, Wayne Hartley. Hartley says, keep your eyes at the ball, gentlemen. Here it comes, and ladies. Big shot down the ground there by Hartley. Lovely shot as he places his team deep in attacking territory. Here goes Inanda White, hooked there 30-second siren sounds, not a lot of time left here in chucker number one as the Inanda Black now looking to get a bit of possession. 30 seconds left here in this, the opening chucker. Big shot there by Twort down the ground, putting his players in the team, and now it goes Dean Davies down the ground. He's on a quick little pony. Dean, he can't get the angle he's looking for. Backhand played there by Weston. Weston now, he's played the ball back, picked up by Zach Levy. Zach now, he can't get possession either. It's a bit of a ruck and a maul as they scrum out in here, and through comes the Whites now in possession. And that will sound the end of chucker number one, ladies and gentlemen. There we have it. So at the end of chucker number one, the Inanda White team running out, scoring one goal, and the black team still to get their names on the board.
Jim, you know Stephen, that's Ilan's brother. Stephen, Jim does business with you.
Right, so the players and ponies and umpires are ready for the start of chucker number two. A quick reminder, this is the curtain raiser to the main event, which will take place at 3 o'clock. The 2020 Cell C Africa Cup, coming to you live here from the Inanda Club. Right, so umpire Zompi Tsotetsi and Laloro to put the ball in play. So umpires line the teams up. The Inanda black side have got the short distance to go, so they'll be hoping for a bit of possession here from the line-out. Umpires are ready, timekeepers are ready. Time is on, balls in play, game's underway. Bit of a ruck and a ball down there, picked up now beautifully by Zach and Weston now, both looking forward, taking the ball forward now. It's going to be picked up by Jur now. Big hook there now by Levy. Levy working hard on the ball there now. Dewar working hard himself now. There's a breakaway here by Inanda White looking for their second score. Down the boards there, picked up by L captain Rory Tort. Turning the ball here now for the Inanda Blacks and looking for a runner. He sees Dewar in a good attacking position down the field. Can he get the ball up to him? Dewar finds himself now in a positive position. Big shot down the ground there by Dewar. Looking up now for Dean Davies. Dean's on a breakaway on the big bay man. Dean, little fellow with a red helmet now, looks for the next shot. Good clean shot of the ball there by Dean. Can he get back to it now? But it's going to be picked up beautifully by Levy. Levy with the backhand. Who's first turning there? Tort. Chestnut Pony swings up beautifully on the ground. Tort plays a lovely shot down towards Dewar. Dewar down the ground now. Can Inanda Black open up the score? Inanda Black down the ground. Ball's shot off to the left-hand side and over the back line. And that will be the first run at goal that the Inanda Black side have had here in the opening stages of Chaka number 2. So the ball rolls over the back line. It is placed on the spot from whence it went over the line, and a backline hit is awarded to the opposing team, the defending side now, Inanda White. Here comes Hartley. Hartley looking up, looking for a player. Hard pressed there by Dewar. Hartley with a good clean shot down the ground now, looking up, and he's played the ball straight into the defensive mitts of Twart. Twart now with the backhand, he's over the top, picked up now, he's been hard pressed there by Dean Davis. I beg your pardon, by Kennedy Davis. Twart and Kennedy now crunching right off as the players and ponies meet in the middle of the field, and coming away with it now, it's going to be Twart. Twart now with the shot down the ground, been hard pressed there by Davis. Davis now and Twart. Inanda White now looking good on the play there as Twart works the near side of the pony. That's the left-hand side and strikes a good clean shot up the ground there now, looking up for Dean. Dean now, he can't get the angle he's looking for. Backhand played there beautifully by Zach Levy. Picked up now by Weston. Weston now still working hard, but he's got Twart to contend with. Big shot by Twart looking for a runner and a breakaway down the ground there now by James Dewey. James now pushing hard. James working, can't he get the backhand in now, turning on the play. First on it's going to be Twart. Goes to the near side, that's the left-hand side of the pony. Gets the ball into a position where he can play it. Kennedy Davis now just stepping aside there as Rory punches a lovely shot down the ground. Being met there by the defensive play of Hartley. Hartley strikes one across the ground here now towards the 60-yard mark on the far side of the field. Inanda White still in the lead by 1-0 here halfway through Chukka number 2. I remind you, only 4 Chukkas to be played here today. On the back there now, it's going to be picked up by Hartley. Hartley's got Kennedy Davis in a good attacking position, and Kennedy takes his ball forward, gets the pony riding. Big ride off there between Kennedy and Dean. Near side, who's got possession now as the ball's being pushed forward through there now. Picked up beautifully by Kennedy, but the umpire's whistle sounded. Right, so Rory Twart just making some running repairs there to the pony. As we said, player and pony welfare top of the agenda here as he remounts onto his trusty steed. And it was young Kennedy Davis there, I believe, who infringed on the line. And again, just to reinforce the safety of player and pony, if a ball is hit from one point to another, an invisible line is created and no player may infringe that line, and that's why the umpires are there to protect that rule. And Kennedy Davis infringed slightly on that, and hence the penalty from the spot has been awarded here to Inanda White, running from our right to left, and it's now Wayne Hartley to bring the ball into play. Lovely clean shot down the ground by Hartley, pings off the back. And pushing forward there now, it's going to be picked up by Zach Levy. He's getting stuck in on the far side of the field there. Breakaway now by Inanda Black. They've come out the defensive position. Picked up now, it's going to be Andrew Dewar. Charlie Dewar, beg your pardon, shot up the ground there now, looking up for Dean. Dean now, he can't get the near side, coming forward on the players. Weston does well, tries to bring the bay pony back in, but can't get back to the angle. Rory Twart coming forward now, next shot towards the goals by Twart. Twart puts a lovely approach shot, swinging around on the play. There's going to be Kennedy on the near side, working the offside. He's still got possession. Can he put it through the post? Wide to the left-hand side of the goalpost. So the Inanda Black team just unable to convert the points they were looking for. Right, there goes a quickly taken off the back line there now by Hartley. Hartley looking up for Zach Levy. Beg your pardon, yes, that's Zach. Zach on the far side, couldn't get his angle that he was looking for. Who's got possession now on the boards? Coming through now, it's going to be Twort again. Turns it around nicely now, looking up for some players that he can strike the ball to. He's been well marked there by Kennedy Davies, doing a great job in defending the big hitting number 4. Shot up to the ground there now towards Dean. Dean now, just another chance to score, couldn't quite get it. Pushing the board forward now, it's going to be Hartley. Hartley looks up, sees that he's got Weston Davis in a good attacking position on the 60-yard mark on the far side of the field. Weston now has got a difficult shot. Can he get a stick to ball? Coming behind him there in the second wave of attack was going to be Kennedy Davis. Near side play there beautifully by Dean Davis. Hartley finds himself back in possession. All got a bit static here with about a minute and a half left to play here in Chukka number 2. Score remains 1-0. Twort pushing down the ground. He's got possession, but a ping-pong battle going on out there at the moment. As Zach Levy comes across the line. And the umpire's whistle will sound. So an opportunity here for the Inanda blue side to bring the ball back into play, as Zach Levy needed to cross over that line and offer Rory Twort a shot prior to attempting to hit the ball. Right, so penalty 5B, that's a penalty from the spot, has been awarded here in favour of the Inanda blue side, playing in black colours. And it's now going to be Rory Twort to bring the ball to play. In behind him now comes Charlie Dewar. Twort gets the big chestnut mare going. Here he goes with a shot towards the goal. Twort with a lovely approach shot. Looking up there now beautifully. It's going to be picked up now by Dean Davis. This time he makes no mistake and puts it through for the opening score here in the dying stages of Chukka number 2 to Inanda Blue. And the scores are level as the players and ponies canter back to the centre. Great play there by Rory Twort, putting young Dean Davis right on attack. And all he had to do was nudge it forward and through the posts for the opening score. Right, so the players again, I remind you, they'll change ends after every goal is scored. So magnificent goal there by Dean Davis. And the Inanda blue side will now be running down towards Santon. And it's the 2 players, Hartley and Twort. Hartley and Twort down. Twort goes to the near side, takes the ball forward. Can he keep control of it? Ball bounces badly in a backhand play there. Who's going to be picked up now by Weston. Weston now the lovely backhand. Who's on the play? It's going to be Hartley. And now things start to open up a bit here as Twort finds himself in a good defending position. Pushing forward down to that ground there. It's going to be Levy. Zach Levy, a lovely shot down the ground now, looking up for a player. 30-second siren sounds here as it Dewar finds himself playing an open backhand out towards Dean Davis. Dean now turns beautifully the goal scorer. Here goes Dean with a shot down the ground. He's got Hartley to beat. He's pushing forward now. Hartley reaching for the hook. He's got a big shot down the ground. Dean, he's got a good opportunity to put this through the posts, but he pushes it wide to the left-hand side. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will sound the end of Chukka number 2. And the only score in Chukka number 2 was a magnificent goal there by Dean Davis, resulting in the scores level at the end of Chukka 2. Right, at the start of chukker number 3, we're over the halfway mark here in the curtain raiser of the 2020 Cell C Africa Cup. Opportunity for Inanda White to bring the ball off the back line. And it'll be that man, Rory Tort, who will assume the responsibility of bringing the ball into play. Right, so Wayne Hartley will be bringing the ball to play for the Inanda White side. And the chukker has started, and immediately it's the Inanda Whites on attack down the ground. Hartley pushes a lovely shot up the ground to Kennedy Davis. Kennedy on the little grey pony puts a lovely shot forward. Can she keep control of that ball? Hard pressed there by James Dewey. Backhand played. The youngsters all getting stuck in out there today as lovely tail shot again played by Hartley. Hartley out, finds Twort. Twort now got possession on the boards, turns the ball forward, decides to take a run with it now. Here's Twort. Twort now gives a lovely shot down the ground. He's looking up for Dewar. Dewar sweeps onto it, but Dewar's been hard pressed there by Zach Levy. Zach Levy now looks the near side play. He's over the top. Coming forward now on the play, it's going to be Hartley. Hartley still got control of this ball on the far side boards for the Inanda White side. Remind you, going into chukker number 3, score remains 1 goal apiece here in the 2020 Africa Cup curtain raiser. Proudly brought to you by Cell C. Right, so down the ground it's going to be Zach Levy on a breakaway there. He's got Twort to beat. Twort now still got control of the ball. He takes it forward now. Twort finds himself in a good position. Over the play there now is going to be Weston Davies. And unfortunately, riding into the player's shot is not permitted. So the umpire's attention is right spot on, and it's going to be Rory Twort now with a penalty 5B in the wind behind him. An opportunity to go into the lead here for the first time today, assuming he can slug a 5B penalty from the center of the spot, center of the field. Right, so Rory Twort lines it up, riding a beautiful dark bay mare. Twort now decides to tap it once forward, looks up for Dewar. Dewar's now gone forward now, and Twort's got himself a little angled shot towards the goals. He gives a good clean strike of that ball. It's looking good from here. Twort's launched the bomb deep in his own half. Hartley now the backhand, turning on, it's going to be the Inanda White side. Pushing forward is going to be Twort. Twort now looks for the play. Chance here for the Inanda Blue side to come through. Here goes Twort. Twort pushing forward. Twort's on the play. Coming forward on the, can we get a second goal here by Dean Davies? Unfortunately, didn't get the angle he was looking for. And the scoreboard remains untouched here as we chugging into the second minute of the third chukker, and straight away again it's going to be Hartley to bring the ball into play. Little breakaway on the grey pony there by Kennedy Davies. Hartley, he's left the ball behind. Pushing it forward there nicely now. It's going to be picked up by James Dewey. James Dewey, beg your pardon, that's Charlie Dewar. Charlie Dewar takes it forward. Charlie Dewar still got possession now. Charlie Dewar down the ground goes Charlie. Charlie down towards the play. Charlie down towards the goals, off the post and wide to the left-hand side. Great play there by Charlie Dewar, pushing forward, but just unable to put it through the centre. Right, so quickly taken again by Hartley up towards Davies. Davies now wants to get the little grey pony running. She's got a lot of wind in the sails. Here goes Davies, big right off there by Charlie Jerk. Pushing forward there now. Davies still got possession. Picked up now again beautifully there by Twart. Weston Davies now and Zach Levy now all looking for a bit of possession. Where's Zach? Twart still spins around it. He's got possession. Whistles sound. Right, penalty from the spot here has been awarded in favour, by the looks of it, to... Right, no, beg your pardon, this has been moved forward, by the looks of things, to a penalty number 4. This is a 60-yard defended shot at goal, a chance for Inanda White to go back into the lead here. Right, so Zach Levy looking ready to tee the ball up. Beg your pardon, that's going to be Wayne Hartley. Hartley with a chance now to hit the ball into the wind. 60-yard defended shot at goal. And an opportunity for the Inanda White side to go in the lead for the second time today. Easy as you like, Hartley. Good clean strike along the ground. Can it be picked up there by Weston Davies? No, it's gone wide to the left-hand side. Right, Twart comes quickly across his own goal mouth. Inanda blue side here looking for action. Coming in defensive play there now. It's going to be Zach Levy. Zach now checking up the chestnut pony. Here's Twart. Twart now got the play. Twart still got possession as he takes the ball forward, strikes it down the ground. Looking up for an attacking player, finds Dewar. Dewar now, the number 3 in his back, he's over the top, picked up now beautifully on the near side there by Dean Davis. Dean Davis reading the rules well, picked up again. It's a bit of a ruck and a maul there, is working hard on the play. There's Kennedy. Kennedy still got control of that flow on the ball and that lovely little white pony called Noodle. Pushing forward there now on the near side. Weston comes through, takes the ball forward. The white side now still looking for the play. Ball bounces badly, but picked up by Twart. Got control on the bay pony now, coming over the top. Who's got possession? It's with the white team. Turning on, it's going to be Dewar. Dewar's been hard pressed there and again there by Kennedy. She's having a cracking chucker on the little grey pony. Weston now takes it full. All got a bit messy out there in the halfway stages here of chucker number 3 as the umpire's whistle does sound. Score remains 1 goal apiece here in chucker number 3. Right, so what do the umpires say? It looks as if there was an infringement on play. I think that the penalty will go in favour of the Inanda White side. And a chance here now for Hartley to put his team into the attacking territory. Hartley strikes it forward once. Charlie Dewar comes in to make a defensive play. Hartley, big shot of that ball, picked up there by the stick of Dewar. Turning on the play there, Dewar does well, and it's now going to be Rory Twart and Wayne Hartley. Hartley now the backhand, plays a beautiful tail shot now. Who's got the play? Turning on it beautifully there. Zach Levy leaves the ball for Twart. Twart now sees he's got a couple of players. Dewar's up in a good attacking position. So is Tujui now down the ground. There goes, through goes Twart. Twart takes the bouncing ball forward. Who's got possession now on the near side? It's going to be Dewar. Dewar takes it up to Levy. Levy with a little backhand in. Pushing forward there now comes Dewey. Dewey now down the ground. Here he goes. Big shot down towards the 30-yard mark. The Inanda black side now deep in attacking territory. Who can get possession on the near side? It's going to be Hartley. He's over the top. Picked up beautifully there now by Levy. Levy still trying to get the ball running. Can't get any further action than that. Backhand played. Beautiful approach shot. Who's first turn? Pushing in defense now. It's going to be Kennedy. Kennedy now got the backhand play. On the near side now. Kennedy still got the play. Ball sitting on the line. And it's... looks like it's over the back line and out of play. Right, so with a minute and a half left to play here in chucker number 3, the penultimate chucker of this, the 2020 Cell C curtain raiser. Scores remain 1 goal apiece. in a very low scoring affair as Kennedy now finds herself a little pony squirting up towards the posts. Through there now comes Levy. Levy gets a good strike in that ball, but he's been hard pressed there now by Twart. Levy now, backhand played by Twart. Turning on, it's going to be Inanda White, and through comes Hartley. Hartley now, he's got possession for the Inanda White side. He's got the youngster coming in to defend him now. Hartley looks up, keeps control of the ball. Whoops, he's swung around in it. Who can turn first there now as Hartley keeps control of it. He's got Twart coming in now. Here goes Hartley. This time he strikes a good clean shot down the ground, looking up for Kennedy. Kennedy's in a good position, picked up by Dewar. Dewar and Dewey now on the far side. Who comes through? It's now going to be picked up by Weston. Weston now, but Twart's back in the game here. Twart at the back now, being hard pressed there by Levy. Here goes Twart. Big shot down the ground by Twart as he puts the youngster on attack. Through goes Dean Davies now. Dean's at speed down the ground. Tries to get stick to ball, can't get past it there now. The two number twos come together on the far side of the field there now as James Dewey, 30-second siren sounds. James Dewey down the ground. James now still working hard for the play. Who's got possession as it comes away there now? It's going to be Hartley and Twart together on the far side of the field. Near side played. Who's got possession now? It's going to be picked up by Weston Davis. A lovely shot down the ground. West up towards Hartley. Hartley being hard pressed there by Dewar. Hartley and Dewar down the ground. Dewar now gets the better on the right off. That will sound the end of the third and the penultimate chukker here of the 2020 curtain raiser. Ladies and gentlemen, what a cracking event we're watching. Right, so as you roll in towards the main event here, the fourth and final chukker of this, the 2020 Cell C Africa Cup curtain raiser, being brought to you live here at the Inanda Polo Club. And the teams and players are lining up on the far side of the field to start the fourth and final chukker. Right, so into the play there now. The umpires will just line up the teams. Right, so the fourth and final chukker is well underway, and out the play there now. It comes, is picked up now beautifully by Inanda Blue, looking to get out of the danger zone in the form of Dewar. Dewar working hard, trying to get the play up towards Dean Davis. Dean unable to get control of that ball as the players and ponies turn, and through goes Twart now. Plays the ball, picked up now beautifully by Dewey. James Dewey now leaves the ball up the side there for young lady Kennedy Davis. Looks like the umpire's whistle has sounded, so a chance here for the Inanda Whites to possibly go into the lead here in the open stages of chukker number 4, the fourth and final chukker of this, the curtain raiser. Right, so penalty number 2 has been awarded in favour of Inanda White. That's a 30-yard undefended shot at goal. And it looks as if it's going to be which one of the 4 players will be given the responsibility. Here it looks as if it's going to be Zach Levy. Zach now on a pretty chestnut pony. Good clean strike of the ball. Puts it through the centre of the posts. Great strike there by the youngster. And the Inanda White side again go into the lead here in the opening stages of chukker number 4, much like they did at chukker number 1. Right, so from the far side of the field, the teams will be bowling the ball in from the far side of the field. Right, so umpire Denolo puts the ball into play. Down the centre it goes. Who's got possession now from the back of the line out? Now it's picked up again by the Inanda Blue side, now looking for a goal in the form of James Dewey. James Dewey can't get the angle he's looking for, neither the distance, but it's now the big hitting Rory Twart who's got possession. Strikes a good shot down the ground, picked up there by Dewar. Dewar now still in possession. Ball squirts off the side there as Twart comes through and puts a lovely shot up the ground, up towards the goal scorer Dean. Dean now looks for the offside play, down towards the goals. Can he push it through? Yes, he can. Magnificent goal there by young Dean Davis. Making no mistake, and again the scores are level here in the opening stages of chukker number 4, the fourth and final chukker of this 2020 Cell C Africa Cup curtain raiser. Right, so 2 goals apiece it is. Umpires get the players back to the centre, open up the middle of the line out. Teams change ends again as the ball gets put into play, and straight away in defensive mode go the Inanda Blue side, defending the top goal mouth on the right hand side. Weston Davies can't come through with it now, but it's picked up beautifully by Hartley. Hartley now looking for a shot up the goal. Can he get a good clean shot up towards his players? Decides to walk it in 60 yards out. It's now Hartley. Hartley working hard. He's got Twart to beat. Hartley still in possession. Twart now comes away with it on the offside. Whistle sounds, and another penalty has been called by the umpires. Looks as if Rory Twart may have infringed on the side. They're needing to play the left-hand side of the pony. Right, 40-yard, undefended shot at goal, and a chance here now for Inanda White to go to the lead again. Right, so chance here for Zach Levy, riding the liver chestnut pony with a lovely white face and the pricked ears. Shot by Zach, coming across there was Dewar, but he can't quite stop it, so another magnificent goal there by Zach Levy in the fourth chukker. Right, so 3 goals to 2 it is. And the players and ponies canter back to the centre again. Teams will change ends. Oh, Wayne Hartley thought it was his birthday as he cracked out the back, but was unable to deceive the umpires, and the line had been created by the time the ball was in play. So penalty here in favour of Inanda Blue. Quickly taken here by Twort. They understand they're a bit under the pump here. 3 goals to 2. Twort got control on the Bay Pony. Here's Twort. Still got the play as Twort. Down the ground there now, looking up for a player. Difficult neck shot. That's a shot under the neck towards the goals. Still got possession. Looks for the tail shot this time. Plays a beautiful tail shot out towards Dewar. Dewar now in possession. Dewar still got the play. Hartley, great defensive play. Turning on, it's going to be Kennedy now. Inanda White defend beautifully. Twort and Hartley. Hartley with a shot. Hartley now gets another bite to the cherry down the ground. He sees he's got Zach Levy on a breakaway on the open side of the field. Levy now opens up the taps. Gets the Bay Pony running. Twort coming through on the near side. Backhand played beautifully by Twort. Weston Davies now keeps the play going. Who's got possession on the near side now? It's going to be Dewar. Dewar working towards the boards. Here's Dewar now. He's in possession. Dewar for the Inanda Blue side. Inanda Blue down by a goal here, 3 goals to 2, halfway through the 4th and final chukker, and it's now Dewar down the ground, hard pressed there by Zach. Dewar with the breakaway down towards the goals, he's left them standing. Here goes Dewar, Dewar with the approach shot down towards the goals. Could this be the leveler? Ball's bouncing, can he put it through? Yes, he can. Cracking goal there by Charlie Dewar, and leveling up the scores here with 2 minutes left to play in the 4th and final chukker. Right, so Charlie Dewar making a change onto Pony and Stick. Right, so the teams are back on the ground, ready to go. Umpire puts the ball in. Who's got possession out the back there straight away? It's going to be Weston Davies coming through with a breakaway. But that man, James Dewey, now in possession on the far side of the field. Still got the possession now as the Inanda Blue side. Scores remain 3 goals apiece here as the sands of time tick down. Shot there by Twort. Twort takes it forward now. Here's Twort pushing forward for the Inanda Blue side. Ball's punched up in the air. Who's got possession from the back there now? It's going to be Hartley. Hartley swings around. Who's on the ball there now? It's going to be picked up by the youngster now. Through goes Kennedy. Kennedy now. Lovely little Bay Pony. Kennedy now pushing forward. Twort goes to the offside. Now Twort on the near side. Lovely backhand by Rory Twort, who's first turned on it. In defensive play, it's going to be Hartley. Hartley now looking forward for the play. Hartley takes it forward. He's been pressed on there as through comes the 2 players. It's going to be Dewey and Davies on the far side now. Turning it beautifully is going to be Dewar. Dewar now. Dewar now in possession for the Inanda Blue side, being very hard pressed there by Kennedy Davies. Backhand played beautifully. Who's got the possession? It's going to be in the hands of Rory Twort. Pushes it out to the far side of the field. Twort pushing forward now. He's got Hartley to beat in the Grey Pony. Twort crunched up against the ball. The 2 players meet. Hartley comes away with it. Big shot down the ground there now up towards Dewar. Dewar working hard for the play. Picked up by Weston. Weston out the air now. Weston down the ground. Weston now. Can he get possession? Played forward there by Kennedy. On the play there now. It's going to be picked up by the young Dean. Whistle sounds. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will sound the end of the match. So these 2 valiant sides, 3 goals apiece. And what a spectacle of polo we have been treated to here today by the members of the Inanda Polo Club. These are their two teams on the field. As the players congratulate each other as per traditionally. Right, so at the end of the match, ladies and gentlemen, the result is 3 goals apiece.